numerous hours are spent, blood, sweat, and tears are shed right here on this hardwood at Leggett and Platt, which serves as home to both the men's and women's basketball teams here at Missouri Southern. In studio, we got the chance to talk with some of the leaders in both programs to discuss the anticipation for this coming season and to take a more exclusive look into the lives of some of our Lions.
Hi, my name is Haley O'Brien, and we're here today with Cameron Cornelius of the men's basketball team here at Missouri Southern. How are you today, Cam?
I'm good, Haley.
Okay, so tell us about a day in the life of Cameron.
A day in the life of Cameron. It'd be basketball, and then we go to school. I mean, normal basketball life.
That's about it?
Yeah, you go to class, and then you play ball in study hall, and hanging out with the team. So
No crazy nightlife for you, Cam?
No.
All right.
No.
So, when did you start playing basketball?
I started playing when I was, I want to say, about 5th grade.
5th grade?
Yeah. 'Cause
Okay.
I really wasn't into basketball growing up, but I don't know, I kind of just grew on it, so I started playing it.
So, what inspired you to get started?
Just something else to do. My mom wanted me to play, so I decided to play it, and ended up taking me places. So.
Did you play any other sports in high school?
Track. I did track my sophomore year,
Mm-hmm.
sophomore and junior year, and then I decided not to do it my senior year, so I could focus on basketball.
Okay. So, you went to Butler, correct? Okay, so what made you come to Missouri after Butler?
I didn't like my JUCO or whatever. I remember meeting Coach Russell, who's on the women's staff now. I remember meeting him when I was in high school at a basketball tournament, and I was looking for a place to go when I wanted to leave my JUCO, and I remember he was one of the names that I still had, so I contacted him, and he told me to come down for a tryout or whatever, and then after that, everything else happened.
So, out of high school, did you have a lot of offers, or was it just mainly Butler?
I mean, I had some, but then again, I had the problem with the grades and all that stuff, so that's why I decided to go JUCO. And I didn't end up staying JUCO for 2 years, so I mean, I have no problem. Ended up being at a D2.
Mm-hmm. So, who is your role model? Like, who's your role model right now? Your hero, someone that you look up to?
Yeah, my mom.
Your mom?
That's probably the only person, yeah.
Why is that?
Because it's only been mainly me and her, so.
Okay, so being a senior this year, how do you set the tone for all the freshmen coming in?
It starts in conditioning, I guess, by mainly doing everything the coaches want us to do, and because they're going to follow our lead regardless of what happens. So, me, Lane, Morgan, Steven, Randy, Brian, I think that's all the seniors. We got to, like, as soon as conditioning started, we have to do everything that way the freshmen look and they know how things are supposed to be done. I mean, it's the same thing that happened last year when I wasn't a freshman, and I looked up to Marcus, JT, and Matt, and whoever else were seniors. So.
So you're talking about preseason conditioning?
Yeah, and then it follows into practice. So it starts from day one when you do conditioning stuff, and then it goes into practice, and then games, and all that kind of stuff. So they follow your lead. So you set a good example, so they can know what you need to do.
Is preseason conditioning like really hard and intense, and then you get into the lighter stuff once the season rolls around?
Yeah, I mean, there's days. Some days preseason will be hard, and then other days it won't be. I mean, because our coaching staff is pretty cool about that. I mean, they know if somebody's dead tired or not.
So they're pretty easy on you if they see that you guys are struggling?
They push you, but they aren't going to make you do the most.
Right. So what do you guys do to build team chemistry? Because in basketball, you have to have team chemistry.
I know the team goes bowling. I mean, I personally didn't go bowling a lot.
Oh, come on, Cam.
I mean, I should have went more, but I didn't go that much. I know they did it last year. They do it sometimes this year. Play pickup a lot. I mean, team chemistry. We always hang out with Lane at his house. That's a lot of the places. That's a lot of time when the team went Lane's house, stuff like that. Hang out with him. Majority of the team will go over there. Just
Video games.
Yeah, video games. 2K.
2K, of course.
2K is life. So.
2K is life. Okay. So before you guys have a game and you have the practice before, is it normally like a light run through practice, or do they go hard on you guys? What is a pregame practice like for you guys?
It's still a good practice. I mean, of course, it's not going to be too hard because you don't want anybody to get hurt or anything like that, just out of the blue. So you try to do more things in the half court instead of getting up and down and doing full court stuff because you don't want anybody to get hurt. So it's more relaxed, I guess. I'd say it's more relaxed than that. it's a little bit easier, but you still got to focus and get stuff done that you need to get done.
Yeah.
So you can be ready for the game.
Do you do any pregame rituals that you have specifically? Do you listen to a certain song or anything like that to get you ready for your game? Do you have anything like that?
No.
You don't? Not at all?
I don't do any pregame stuff.
Does the team?
Everybody on the team usually does something different. I mean, some of my teammates listen to music.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't noticed anything crazy, anything
Mm-hmm.
out of the ordinary. Majority of it's just people listening to music, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I just stretch, and then that's it.
So with the basketball season being the time around the holidays and stuff, I know you guys didn't get a Thanksgiving break. How do you maintain the relationships back home with your friends and your family with being gone so much?
Phone calls, text messages. I mean, after a while, after you do it for so long, you kind of get used to it. So,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've had a Thanksgiving break for, I don't know, it's been a while. So I kind of just got used to not having one. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, my second times, but it's still, it's cool when you look back on it, because not everybody can experience having Thanksgiving with a team
That's
or
true.
sporting event. So, I mean, I did some Thanksgiving with my family, and then, like this last one, I just did with these fools in San Antonio,
Mm-hmm.
which is cool.
So what are your plans after Moso?
I have no clue. I mean, stick with basketball, see how far I can take me. So
Mm-hmm.
we'll see.
Overseas maybe, or?
Yeah, that's what I want to do. Of
Mhm.
course, that's a dream goal, but
Of course, yeah.
we'll see. Whatever happens, happens.
Okay, well, we thank you for your time, and we wish you the best of luck this season, and thank you guys for joining us today.
One language that is universal is that of a competitor. Camila Lacerda came to America from Brazil to actually play college basketball. After playing at Crowder College in Neosho, Missouri, she starts her junior year at Southern. Here to discuss her experiences as an international ball player is Cami Lacerda. So Cami, how are you doing today?
I'm doing fine. How about you?
Pretty good. So where are you from in Brazil?
I'm from Rio de Janeiro.
Rio de Janeiro. So
Yeah.
isn't that the capital of Brazil?
It is not the capital, but it is a really huge city.
And so what are the differences between Rio and Joplin?
Oh, a lot. Like the weather is a big difference for me because over there is 70 degrees the whole year. So yeah, I'm feeling really freezing here. But
And why did you actually come to the United States?
I came to play basketball. That was the first reason. And after my year at Crowder, I decided to come back and like keep playing. But like now, my main reason is like to get my degree here to be able to get a good job back home.
And do you speak any other languages then?
Just Portuguese and English. I mean, yeah.
You say just Portuguese and English, but a lot of people are just mono language here. Like they can only speak one language, so they're monolingo. So that's awesome that you can speak Portuguese as well. What are the differences between moving from Brazil to America as far as maybe people or attitudes go, and not as far as weather goes, but more depth?
I feel like here in America, you guys are. I don't want to say this because I don't want to be rude, but you guys are really cold people. Like we, like in
Can you
Brazil.
elaborate on that?
Yeah, in Brazil, like if you meet somebody, you go hug them and like kiss on the cheek and something like that. We're more, I don't know, more touchable.
Yeah, touchy and
Yeah.
feely maybe. Okay, so does most of your family still live in Brazil then?
Yes, like all my family lives in Brazil.
So you don't have anybody that lives here in America?
I do have a cousin who lives in New Jersey, but she's not like, I don't know, it's not cousin, it's cousin of my mom, like she's my mom's cousin. So.
Yeah, so not too many close relatives maybe.
Yeah.
Has any of your relatives actually been able to come visit you and seen you play basketball?
Not yet. They haven't.
So how's that experience been for you playing basketball in college and not having your family around?
Like it is hard, but I think I'm growing up a lot. Like as far as like this experience being alone, alone here and like everything like that. Like maybe go through things that I never thought I would go through it. So.
So maybe working to really grow and mature then.
Yes.
So do you have any plans then to go back to Brazil after you get the degree?
I want to stay here for one more year and try to find a job here for the year after I'm graduate. But afterwards, I want to go back home.
So we talk about basketball internationally. Are there actually any differences between the game you see in Brazil versus the game you have to play here in America?
Oh yeah, you guys are way faster than us.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
So what would you say is the main focus in Brazilian basketball?
I think we play more 5-on-5 game. You know, like we do a lot of plays and stuff, and we don't play a lot of transition games.
So more maybe finesse play, like discipline in
Yes.
Brazil as opposed to like a track meet kind of?
Yes, especially because we have a lot of we have really big post players and like really heavy post players, so they cannot run the floor.
So it's just like
as
their
well.
main focus
Yeah.
is the post and is the block, which is very different. We have some, really tall, fast post players that really progress the game for sure here in America. So where do you see yourself in 5 years then? You say you're going to get your degree, so what's that going to be in?
I'm not sure. I want to play overseas a little bit if I can. And
You're already playing overseas.
yeah, actually, yeah. But and if I can't, I think I want to be because my major is in marketing right now, and I think I want to work in a company to help them, promote their products and stuff like that.
So we're talking about Southern basketball. What do you see for this year for you guys?
I think we have a really good pro team, and I think we're fast. We have a really good guards, and I don't know. I'm not sure because everybody keeps telling me that this league is tough and stuff. So I don't know. We have our first conference game this Thursday, so we will see.
And is there another girl on your team that's from Brazil as well?
No, we have one that's from she's from Bahamas.
She's from the Bahamas. So do
Yeah.
you guys connect on any level as far as like international play goes and kind of working through some cultural differences of the team?
I believe so. I think she doesn't go through the things that I'm going through right now because she's from Bahamas, but she went to Florida for high school or maybe during college. I'm not sure. So
she maybe has had more experience. Yeah. So for the last kind of phase of this interview, do you think you can just close us out by saying in Portuguese, basketball is my favorite sport?
Yeah, I can do that. So, basquete é o meu esporte favorito.
Awesome. Cami, I really appreciate sitting down with
you're
us and telling
welcome.
us about your experiences.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Ryan Solomon. I'm here with Sharice Winky Jones. Hey, Sharice, how's it going?
Good.
All right. My first question is was about the transition from last basketball season to this season. So how do you think your team got to be better?
I would say the transition is different than last year because we have more freshmen that came in this year. So I guess you could say we lost our two main top scorers from last year. So we just had to bring in our new girls and try to explain to them what the MIAA conference was. So it was a bit of a transition, but they're starting to catch on more. So I think we're doing pretty good.
Okay, yeah, and that leads actually into my next question is like your role on the team. What do you feel like your role is with the new addition?
I feel like my role this year is to be more of a threat on the court and try to help my other teammates get open as well. I got to make sure I get in and rebound for the team, make sure I'm talking on defense any way possible.
So is that how you inspire your teammates in order to work together? Like we went to a few games. We see you guys got good chemistry. So how does that?
That really comes in from like practice, making sure we stay on top of each other, correcting each other if we're doing something wrong, encouraging each other on and off the floor to do good, and it shows out on the court.
It really does. Okay, so your goals. We'll talk about your goals. Your team goals. I want to get into that.
Team goals, the main thing we're focusing on right now, since we're going out of town, our first on the road trip, is we want to make sure that we come in focused during our practices and make sure when we go out on the road, we got to stay focused because on the road games, they're more challenging because, you're not going to get as many foul calls. You're more likely to get more foul calls called on you than for you. So, we just got to make sure when we're going on the road games, we got to get at least 6 wins. And we also got to make sure that we try to stay undefeated at home. So,
And how do you feel like your coach is preparing you guys for that away game?
Practice has been good. We've been mainly focusing on our post defense because they have two big girls inside. So we've been working on body position, helping out on the guards, and closing out on 3-point shooters as well because they also have girls on the outside that can score.
Okay, good. So, personal goals. What are your personal goals for this season?
Personal goals, I would say I would like to be maybe in the top 10 for rebounding. I want to be in the top 10 also as well for free throw percentage too. So that's kind of like my main two goals right now.
Top 10. That's going to be Well, that's going to conclude our interview for tonight. Thank you again, Winky.
Thank you
for having us. Good night.
Good afternoon. I'm here with Tavon Prince, the starting shooting guard for Missouri Southern's basketball team. How are you doing today?
I'm great, man. How are you?
I'm good. I have a couple questions for you. So, where are you originally from?
From Toronto, Canada.
Okay. How different is Joplin from your hometown?
See, Joplin's a lot slower. I think Toronto's like a fast life, more city life, so Joplin's more calm and collected.
Okay. All right. So, how old were you when you played in your first basketball game?
I would say like 13. First time I played organized basketball, probably like 13, 14.
Okay. Do you have a player that you idolize your game to?
Say like, some people say I play like Baron Davis, so I say like Baron Davis, probably like Harden. This aggressive type.
Okay, they from my hometown. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So, is this your first season here at Missouri Southern?
Yep.
Okay. What school did you come from before you came to Missouri
So I
Southern?
went to a D1 school, South Dakota State University.
Okay.
Spent 2 years there, good 2 years, and then I just had to change the scenery a little bit.
Okay. What did you like it there, or?
I mean, it's South Dakota, so South Dakota is kind of boring in itself. But basketball-wise, we had 2 good seasons. We made it to the NCAA tournament 2 years in a row. Played against Baylor and Michigan. Won our conference 2 years in a row. So it's a good 2 years, but, you know, I just had to, little stuff happened, just had to leave.
Okay, I understand. How many points did you average?
I think those 2 seasons, probably like around 8 or 9 for those 2 seasons at South Dakota.
8 or 9 points. Do you average a lot of minutes?
It was spotty. It was like 15, 16, so.
Okay. So, do you have any goals you want to complete for this season?
For this season, obviously I want to get another championship ring. That's like winning. I just want to win and do whatever it takes to win.
You always gotta have that good winning mindset. Okay, so how did you hear about Missouri Southern?
While I was transferring, I was in Canada, and then my mentor, somehow he got in touch with Coach Boshi here, Jeff Boshi here,
Okay.
and that's how it all we just linked up from there.
Okay. How was the basketball competition from Canada to the U.S.?
Canada. I mean, I left Canada when I was like 16. Then I attended prep school in D.C. and in Boston. So at that time, I would say the American basketball is better than Canadian. But the recent wave, Canadians been taking over. As we have the top for the past 2 years. We had the top draft pick. So now I think it's very parallel. So.
Okay, I understand. So, how many points do you plan to average this season?
I don't know, man. Just whatever it takes to win.
Whatever it takes to win.
Whatever it takes to win.
Okay. Do you plan on taking your basketball to the next level after college?
Yeah, I would love to. I love to play at the next level. I don't see myself working at 9 to 5 in my 20s and early 30s. I would love to play basketball until like all my joints go out. So yeah, I'd like to make a career out of it, God willing.
Okay. Well, that's all the questions I have for you today.
Thank you. It's great
Thank you.
meeting you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.